See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to another episode of Real Talk, people. People, by next week, I'll be back. And you guys know me, yeah? When I'm back and back, it's going to be back-to-back shows. I've missed a lot. I've been hearing lots of crap from lots of podcasters. So I'll be back to cut the wings of, of certain people I'm hearing, yeah, seeing a couple of our signings on, and they're still talking rubbish, But that's beyond enemy lines. But when we talk about Arsenal and within the camp of Arsenal, we have to talk about certain things. We have to talk about certain things. But see ya, people, yeah, as you popping in, make sure that you are liking the stream. That's the first thing you should do. Because, see, people, we have a whole lot. We have a whole lot to talk about, people. We have a whole lot to talk about. And, of course, the first thing that we can actually see today is that Arsenal won today against Newcastle. Of course, we're going to be talking about Eze.Gyokeres. We're going to be talking about Max Dolman too, and what it can do for us this season. We're also going to be talking about what we have right now. Can it really take us to the promised land? We'll be talking all about these things, yeah, people. But just before we start, talking about that, we also have to just start by talking about this Newcastle versus Arsenal game held today in Singapore. I mean, people, I don't want to overhype anything. I don't want to just jump on one kind of train that will make this win, a very big thing or blow out of proportion, making it to be something else than really what it is, really. But this is preseason. It's definitely a time you have to, bring in the troops, rally the troops, bring in your new players, see how they can harmonize with your older players in the block, and allow them have a knockabout together, get the team to gel together, and then let's see what happens. That should be the standard, of preseason. But it doesn't mean we should take the wins we do get, yeah? It doesn't mean we should take the wins that we do get from a preseason games for granted. Big ups to Aces. Aces is in the house. It says, you don't have the answers. See, Aces, soon the answers will be there for all to see. I mean, people, Newcastle, not a light team to go ahead against face to face in a friendly matchup. You do know there'll be tackles. You do know it to be a hard game. You do know that it's going to be highly competitive. You know it's going to be highly contested. Big ups to the assembled is here, people. I will be back by next week, but just because I don't want you people to feel like I'm taking you guys for granted, I just have to do something from my hotel room. But people, just pardon me. I'll be back to my cocoon by next week, and I'll just live out all the old vacation stuff and just go back to my cocoon and start doing streams. So back-to-back streams from next week. But let's just sit back and enjoy this one. Aces is here. The assembled is here. Miss Melina. Miss Melina, big up. Miss Melina, I hope you're happy about that win today. It signifies a whole lot of things for me today. I saw resilience. It wasn't a beautiful game, Miss Melina, but you do have to enjoy every ounce, every challenge, every goal, every beauty of Max Dolman coming today, yet again, continuing from that AC Milan, AC Milan demolition in a way, because when he came into that matchup against AC Milan, you guys saw what he did, Miss Melina. I think we have a player in our hands. I think we have one of the best young players situated at Arsenal Football Club of all places. Max Dolman, people. Today was the Max Dolman show. I don't care at what time he came in. What I care about is when he came in, what did he do? What did he do? You know? So big up to Miss Melina, who is down here. Good afternoon, Mac Paddy. See, Miss Melina, me and you have to be back. We have to come back next season. Me and you have to come back, and we have to create a show for just me and you to just pop in. 1 week on my channel, 1 week on your channel. How about that, Miss Melina? Let's do that. Let's do that, Miss Melina. I miss you. I miss you. And Ace says Frotetta will throw under the bus by his no management tactics. I mean, I hear you, Aces, but I mean, this was a win today. You do know, Aces, yeah? Newcastle is a very, very tough team to play, even in the Premiership. You know, our lot have dwindled against Newcastle. I mean, Eddie Howe, mind you, people, let's stop looking at Eddie Howe as an ill-experienced coach. He is an experienced coach. He knows his onions. I'm tired of people, yeah, kind of like underrating Eddie Howe. The man just picked up a Carling Cup. Even Arsenal, with all our bravado last season, we couldn't even get into the finals of the Carling Cup. So if Eddie Howe won that trophy, yeah, I mean, he won a trophy for his team. Even Manchester City couldn't win a trophy last season. Definitely couldn't win one of the best trophies they've actually gone out to win in most seasons, which is the Carling Cup. And Newcastle got that in. So, I mean, we could actually underestimate Newcastle, but you do that on, to your own peril. Newcastle is always a very, very, very competitive team to actually play against. And today, Anita's going to be scrappy. Miss Melina say something here. Max Dolman, that was awesome. Miss Melina, I will be talking about Max Dolman later, definitely. Ace said, Frotetta will throw Gyokeres under the bus by his no management skills up. See, Aces, I mean, you bring it in points here, and I hear you. It could be possible, but again, we do know that Gyokeres can play in right back. We do know Gyokeres can play out of the wings. I mean, you can tuck him in the wings. He can do that, but it's not in his wheelhouse. Mikel Arteta knows this. Why truncate the tactics not to win a title when you have someone who is competitive enough to actually on and win you trophies and be of an advantage, give your team an advantage edge with him up front. He's wearing the number 14 shirt. He's coming with such a big reputation down to Arsenal Football Club. He scored 54 goals last season. The other season, 50-something goals last season. Assist is over the roof. Gyokeres is a lethal striker. So, I mean, he being here, I don't think Mikel Arteta would throw him under the bus. He just have to, tuck him into that number 9 position, innit? And it's all done. And then we have our main man striking for us. But again, let's talk about this Newcastle game and what you guys spotted in this game. That's what I want to see. And that's what I want to see. So, yes, the Assemble would say something here. It says, Blunder man will be the making or the undoing of this current crop of players. I mean, I do understand that with you. But you also have to look at it from the flip side. You guys know me on my channel. When I I always like a balance. I'm not this guy that wants to say, "Hey, Ateta, I want him out." But again, what if he changes status quo because he's gotten all the assets he needs? I mean, we here, mostly on this channel, we've always been talking about the missing piece to the jigsaw. How about that? We've always been talking about that. And one thing that we've always claimed that is missing is appointment. It's a number 9. It's a credible number 9 who would situate himself in the 18-yard box, final third, 18-yard box of the opposition team, and just latch onto those loose balls and score goals for us. That is what this channel has always said. That is what you guys have always said. Aces, that is what you've always said. The assembled, let's don't go back on what you said. This is what you've always said. This is what I have always said. People are brought into this channel. That's what they've always said. So let's don't shift course right now. Now that we've gotten Victor Gyokeres, it is that guy. He is that missing piece that fits that jigsaw to take us to the promised land. So at this moment, I don't really care who we have in that dugout. I mean, let me take you guys to a throwback. When AC Milan, were dominating Europe at the time, they had players who were even more imposing than the coach or the managers that they had at the time. So the main thing was AC Milan show up and win a Scudetto. Was AC Milan show up and win the Champions League. Players show up, do your best, go there, win. Even the managers didn't have to do that much. They just had to show up and win this title. Barcelona in their heydays, I mean, they just had to show up. Rijkaard wasn't such a amazing manager. He won a couple of trophies in FC Barcelona, but he had a team to take him there. I mean, he just had to show up with the team and just win. Pep Guardiola just had to show up with Messi leading the line, and then that's a win. How about if Mikel Arteta has everything he needs in a team to take him to the promised land? That's just all I'm saying, because we all have been clamoring for a number 9. We all know that is the main problem. We all know that is the issue with Arsenal Football Club not getting further, because we did see the chances that Kai Havertz lost last season. We saw it. We saw it, people. It was clear for all to see. The chances Kai Havertz lost. The chances Trossard lost. The chances Gabriel Martinelli lost last season. It was clear for all to see. There is no issue about that. And on this channel, what we kept saying was, hey, get us a striker. Get us someone who could put in 25 goals. Let's not deny that was our topic last season. People, let's don't deny this. That we said we need appointment. That we said we would have won the league if we had someone who would put in 25 goals in the league. People, guess what? We now have someone, a goal poacher, who is going to score 20, 25 goals in the league alone. Forget about what Saka is going to score. We all know Saka might chase Gyokeres in terms of goals scored this season. Throw away the fact that he's going to be there. Throw away the fact that we might get goals from the left-hand side. Maybe if we bring in Eze, that's a different topic altogether. Throw away the fact that we might get a couple of goals from midfield, from Declan Rice, maybe a Zubimendi. I mean, come on, man, people. I mean, it's all there for us to see. We might get a couple of goals from Martin Odegaard if it's back to form. But people, we are also set-piece monsters. We can at least say that we could get nothing less than 15 goals from set pieces next season. Add it down to what Gyokeres, one of the most lethal strikers in Europe for the past 3-4 seasons. People, I mean, what are we talking about? We stand a chance. And yes, I'm worried about Mikel Arteta, but right now, I do feel that Arsenal is just trying to garner and to assemble, a pun intended with the assemble down here, to kind of like assemble a super team. And people, when you assemble a super team, yeah, at times it doesn't really matter about the manager. At times it's just for the players, for the super players, for the super soldiers that you've acquired, that you've assembled to just go all in and show up. Now that we have Eze.Gyokeres in the building, people, I mean, these Premiership teams would have to bow to the pressure. That's what I see. And of course, big ups to DJ Yusuf. Hey, Gimbo, you're welcome to my channel. It says, hi. Big up to you, Gimbo. This is Tony Club Gunner TV and Arsenal channel. And of course, we talk everything about Arsenal. And, we accept every kind of like opinion of people or opinion of the fans down here. So you can actually just type up what you feel and what your thoughts about the Newcastle Arsenal matchup that just ended right now. We could dissect what you're saying. The Assembled says something. He says, Aces, and this is why he should keep some self-respect and hand in a resignation. I mean, see, people, yeah. The Assembled. There is no way that Mikel Arteta is resigning. I mean, even if you dream of him resigning, we all know that the manager is being backed by the owners. The owners like this manager, so it's not going to be a case of Arteta handing your resignation. No, there have to be a concerted effort by the fans to say the manager out, But the thing there is that he's not going to leave this season. That's a fact. So instead of crying and whining about the manager leaving, let's see what we have on board. Let's see what the assets we've brought in. Have Arsenal been busy in the transfer window? This is the questions you need to ask. Because we all know, I know, Mikel Arteta is going nowhere. So we have to deal with him at least for one more season before we think about anything. But we don't have to throw the season away. We have to walk with the season, innit? So since we're walking with the season, it's simple. Have Arsenal gone to the transfer window and done good business? The answer is the Assembled. Yusuf, Aces. We have done good business. We have done good business. Like, left for me, I would have been okay if we just strengthened 3 areas: a backup goalkeeper, a right wing player, and a striker. I would have been okay with that 3, but there should be that solid 3. And we got them this season. I mean, people, the Assembled, DJ Yusuf, Aces. For some reason now, I'm now looking at that Kepa signing from Chelsea Football Club, and I'm saying, wow, okay, just maybe we made a mistake judging Kepa for his price from Chelsea. Or just maybe we just hated that transfer so much just because it was from Chelsea Football Club. Right now, it's not looking so bad, in it, even as a backup goalkeeper. But we'll get into that while we're dissecting the Arsenal Newcastle matchup. So the Assembled say something here. My brother, the Assembled, says the main problem at Arsenal is Arsenal are set up not to lose instead of win. 14 draws reflect this. The Assembled, I do agree with you. When you check those draws last season, yeah, they don't just look like mere draws to me. They look like losses to me. Yeah, because at every point we actually dropped points last season. We drew last season. We were actually giving the opposition a chance to just firmly tighten their grip, on that title. But this season, it might be something different. This season, it might be something different. I mean, I just saw in the preseason, I just saw Liverpool being smacked up, being completely smashed up by AC Milan. And we just played AC Milan last week, completely destroyed and ripped. The most expensive signing in the league, I mean, in the history of this league. I mean, I saw him play for Liverpool, and I was just asking myself, was all that money being spent by Liverpool actually worth it to get Rich? I mean, I have no doubt that Rich will be an amazing player for Liverpool, but I mean, was he worth that price tag? I don't think so. But AC Milan put 4 goals behind a Liverpool defense. This season is going to be a long season. It's going to be a long one. And that's why I know that we just have to go again. Let's go again. Let's try again. Let's go again. Now that we have everything that we've been clamoring for the club to give to us, they've finally decided to dip their hands into their pockets to go get a striker. I mean, see, that Mikel Arteta thing will linger. It will definitely linger from now to the end of the season. But again, you still have to understand that the Kroenkes right now are actually, okay, Naya says something here. Big ups to Naya. Thanks for joining. He says, Liverpool are planning for the next CWC. I mean, Naya, I understand you. I completely get you. I mean, I completely get you. And again, you have to go into the market and buy into similarity of what is big out there, what could help your team out there. I completely get you, Naya, but you also have to check or scrutinize underlying problems. And I'll bring those problems to you, Naya. Liverpool just brought in Ritz, for big time money. So that limits what they're going to get sooner or later, innit? I don't think they'll be spending in January to kind of like, we all know that Liverpool are in big spenders. We all know this. We've seen this before. So, for instance, they brought in Ritz, good and okay. You still have Nunes, who is down there. I want to regard Nunes as a flop. He doesn't bring to you what Jota would bring to you from the bench. That's for sure. So they still have Nunes down there. Diaz is on the verge of leaving to Bayern Munich. They're still, trying to negotiate a deal for Diaz. If Diaz leaves the football club, I mean, people, that would be a very, very big, colossal loss for Liverpool. And one thing people aren't really looking at is the demise of Jota. May his soul rest in peace. But Jota, big player for Liverpool, over the seasons. They're going to miss his goals. Not just his goals, they're going to miss his assists. They're going to miss his direct play. And that's what Jota always brought to that team, that direct play. He could cut from the middle, he could cut from the wings. He could situate himself in the 18-yard box dangerously and just poach in goals. He's an accurate goal scorer. Now that he's dead, I have not seen a like-for-like replacement on that bench for Liverpool, to be very sincere with you. And again, people who are talking about Ritz, I hear you. Big ups to BBK Sports. That's my brother. I'll be back next week. And then, we should start the grillings, innit? Big up to you, BBK Sports. And people go subscribe to my brother, BBK Sports down there. Absolute real one, man. I have a show with him, Stir the Pot. We'll come back next week when I, get back to my cocoon. And then we could just, start doing streams, because this season is going to be streams galore. But back to Liverpool. People, I'm not saying that Liverpool is not going to be dangerous. No, that's not what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is that If Diaz leaves that football club, I'm just waiting for that. If Diaz lives to Bayern Munich, as we're anticipating, it leaves a very, 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 very big gap in that Liverpool front line because Diaz will be out. They have a Nunes who isn't really suited into this league. He hasn't torn the league up. He hasn't scored enough goals to be able to put him at that pedestal of someone like Jota who could come off the bench and on a good season give you 20 goals. Give you 25 goals all season from the bench. He isn't of that ilk. I mean, people, let's look at it for what it is. He's not that guy. Nunes is not that guy. I consider him a flop. If Diaz is leaving that team, which adequate replacement have they brought in to cover that up? And that is the problem. And now, rest in peace, Jota, rightfully said there by Naya, they don't have someone who is competitively going to come in place of Diaz or in place of Jota. So they need at least two more attackers to actually replicate what they did last season. And mind you, in the same way that they are also recruiting, that's the same way Arsenal is recruiting. That's the same way Chelsea have actually recruited this season. So we're not just going to see a situation where Liverpool just cruised to that title last season. Fortunately for Arsenal, Arsenal is recruiting. We just brought the most little striker in the whole of Europe. I don't see people, stop the discrimination, yeah? Stop it, yeah? Arsenal have just brought in, oh my God, the Waffle Don. I was just on his channel. Go watch the show he just concluded with my brother Craig. Me and the Waffle Don will be back next week with our show. Me and BBK Sports will be back with our show next week when I come back to base. I just wanted to give you guys, a little taste of the medicine of what me, the Waffle Don, BBK Sports, Oregon Gunner, my friend, what we'll be cooking in the coming weeks for you guys, But again, let's throw that all away, yeah? Shout out to the Waffle Don. Subscribe to his channel, my people. I'll be doing lots of stuff with him. People, Liverpool, if they make a mistake, yeah, of selling Diaz this season, that team is cooked. And mind you, there will be no Arnold to come in to save them. There'll be no prayers. There'll be no little prayers being said because Arnold is out. If Diaz goes to Bayern Munich, that's a big colossal loss. Rest in peace, Jota is out the way. He's not there anymore. I've not seen adequate replacement. Okay, if you bring in Ekitike, guys, that's from the German Bundesliga. That's just like bringing in what's this guy that we're going for? The striker we're going for. What's his name? Sesko. That's like bringing Sesko. So you have to replicate the same issues Arsenal had in terms of the fan base, what we had thinking about Sesko if we brought him here. You have to put that kind of scrutiny on Ekitike. He hasn't shown us enough evidence that he's an elite goal scorer. He has to come into this league and prove it that he could do it, on the highest stage. And that's where he has to prove it to us. And you people know that this league isn't really a baby league where any half-baked striker would come in and have his way. No, you have to fight for these positions. You have to score goals. You have to prove yourself. And I'm sorry, Ekitike hasn't proven himself enough in the German Bundesliga. Come on, man. Kane was the highest goal scorer there last season, so he's not putting in numbers. He's not putting in Kane numbers. He's not even putting in. I don't know. I even feel Sesko is a more lethal striker than Ekitike. He has more technical abilities than Ekitike. He has more. He's more of a dangerous man. I mean, he's 6 foot plus. He can bully players. Ekitike just has that fast movement. He can dribble. Yeah, but I mean, you won't find such spaces in the Premiership, innit? The Premiership is it's a bigger league per se. Of course, Mel Fernandez, I hear you. Ekitike is a great player, man. I completely get you. I've not said Ekitike isn't a great player, but he's a great player in the German Bundesliga, not in the Premiership. Fernandez, he has to come to this league. And that's what I would say about any other player normally. They have to come down here and prove to us. Prove it to us. And Fernandez, Ekitike hasn't played ever before in the Premier League. You can't compare Ekitike to Eze.Gyokeres, for instance. Gyökeres has played in the heat, in the scorching heat, with Brighton Football Club. He's played with Swansea Football Club. Arsenal is actually the 4th football club he's going to be playing at. He understands the British League. He understands the English Premiership. He understands everything about playing in the English League. Besides, we have Ekitike, who's new to this league. I mean, he wouldn't hit the ground running just like that. There'll be some certain kind of players you would say, oh, okay, if they come into a football club, they'll hit the ground running. Ekitike isn't of that ilk. And I'll give you my reasons why. When you look at Erling Haaland when he was playing for Borussia Dortmund, with the numbers he was churning in and his style of play, you knew that if he came to Man City, you mostly with the apparatus that he has backing him up at Manchester City, you know he's going to cook. You just know it. There's no time for getting to get used to the league or anything. You just know that he was going to score goals. I don't think Ekitike scored the same kind of goals that Haaland scored in Dortmund for him to get that move down to Liverpool. I don't think he has the same kind of skill set that Erling Haaland had when he was in Germany. I don't think he's a striker than Erling Haaland while in Germany. So it's not in the same way I'm going to look at Erling Haaland coming into the football club at Liverpool. It's not going to be the same way I'm going to be looking at Ekitike. Ekitike is a great player. I have no problem with that. But that's in the German Bundesliga. He has to come down here and prove that. Prove to me that you can score 20 league goals. And people, if Ekitike scores 15 goals this season for Liverpool, that's a good season. That's a great season. But I think he might just score something like 12, you know. I just really feel that that's his level, you know. And again, Fernandez, to be very sincere with you, I rate a Mamouche. I'm sorry. I rate a Mamouche than I rate an Ekitike playing in the German. I watch the German Bundesliga. I rate a Mamouche than an Ekitike. And if a Mamouche came down here to this league and is humbled by this league, how many league goals did he score when he came in January? I mean, he banged in a couple of goals, but I mean, it's not what it was like in Germany, innit? There's that difference when you come to the English Premiership, and that's what we fans should also understand. Yeah, we support our football clubs, but we do owe to ourselves. Yeah, I mean, just tell yourself the truth. He has to come here and show some certain form of balance, some certain form of I'm a big time striker. I'm coming down here to actually showcase what I have. And let's see. Big ups to the Arsenal Revolution, Rashid. Next season, me and Rashid should be having shows, yeah, because I'm on vacation right now. Rashid is on vacation, my brother. I mean, it's down there in Liganes of Madrid with, with the Liganes and all those brothers and not side in it. So big ups to you, my brother Arsenal Revolution Rashid. That's my guy. That's my he's a proper gentleman. I'll be having him on shows next season, and I'll be going to the Arsenal Revolution next season, guys. Big time shows coming up. Me and Rashid. And anytime me and Rashid, anytime that we're in the box, yeah. It's fireworks. I've been on a show with him. Last show I had on his channel, complete fireworks from the start of the show to the end of the show. Complete fireworks. Me and Arsenal Revolution, and that's what we'll be bringing back on the show next season. And see, people, yeah. I'm gonna go to war with people like Arsenal Revolution. He's my friend, but I'm going to go to war with him. I'm going to go to war with Northside because he's not doing enough. They just pause. The Spurs crooner, yeah, was actually downplaying Eze.Gyokeres. And our brother, Northside, he sat comfortably looking at Deji's Spurs, spout all that shit about the hottest property in Europe. Eze.Gyokeres is the hottest property, striking property, lethal striker in the whole of Europe. And yet we allow the Spurs fans come up here and tell us that Gyokeres isn't that guy. No, Arsenal fans, is this it? Is this how far lost we are that we can't look within and tell ourselves the truth? Gyokeres is the hottest property in the whole of Europe. And we got him. And see, people, yeah, let's don't deny the fact that all you people said that there's still that missing piece in this Arsenal jigsaw. You people said it. You said it with your mouth that, oh, Arsenal is just missing something. We're just missing a tiny bit of quality. That tiny bit of quality is here. The tiny bit of quality is here. And we can't put Arsenal in that bracket of winning the league. What is this? What is this? Arsenal is firmly in that bracket of winning the league. And see, people, yeah, this is the problem I have. I've watched football all my life. Yeah, I'm a grown man. I've watched football all my life. I've seen AC Milan team because people would say, oh, okay, the manager. Yes, I want the manager out because I believe that there are more better managers well suited to take Arsenal to the promised land than Mikel Arteta. Not necessarily that I just hate the man. No, not that I hate him. No, but I feel that there are more bigger managers out there who've won trophies who could take over Arsenal Football Club with the assets we have and take us to the promised land. But again, that argument will be still because right now we have what it takes because Mikel Arteta was working without, a potent striker. I don't blame any other person. I blame the manager for causing that situation. They gave him money and he used that money to go bring in Kai Havertz for 75 million. That's on him for us not having a potent striker to take us to the promised land. So it's his fault. This is the reasons why I want that manager out, because he put us in the situation in the first place. But for some reason, he hasn't been sacked. He's not going to tender his resignation either. He's still down here. We have to make do with what we have. In it, good and okay. Right now, Arsenal have gotten that missing link in that jigsaw. And that missing link in that jigsaw, ladies and gentlemen, is Eze.Gyokeres. And we have him here right now. Why aren't Arsenal fans putting Arsenal firmly in that position of winning the league next season? But people, I don't want to be that guy that wants to talk about Jota all the time. But people, Liverpool are weakened right now. I just saw an AC Milan team, people, Pulisic and the rest of that, put 4 goals behind Liverpool. People, no, seriously. Let's just be frank, yeah. I know it's a friendly game, but still, you still have to get footnotes from these things, in it. So it's a game of football. Yeah, put 4 past Liverpool. Yeah, people, they've lost Jota. Diaz wants out that team. They have a floppy Nunes who is still in that team. He doesn't want to go out. Definitely needs the money. People, what are we talking about? Alisson isn't really the guy. I mean, you could see clearly that he's lacking in that intensity he used to have. People, we saw Rich in that friendly. Rich looks nothing like 150 million signing. It looks nothing like 120 million signing. People, let's be frank. Fernandes, please tell me, does Rich look like 100 million signing? Please, just say the truth. My channel is based on the truth. Our foundation on this channel is saying the truth. Does Rich, after you saw that game against AC Milan, I know you can place a value judgment on one game. I completely get you. But seriously, is that 120 million player? Is that what it gets you now? I mean, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, when you're looking at 100 million player, it was something different than what you're getting now. There's just something missing about the Ritz guy. I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to be a good signing for them, but all I'm saying is that he would never replace what Jota did for that team. Ekitike would not replace what Diaz brought to that team, what Jota brought to that team. We have a chance this season because we have actually done what we need to do. We've brought in a striker. We've strengthened our goalkeeping position. We've brought in Kepa, and suddenly, right now, that Kepa acquisition isn't looking bad, in it. Because I just looked at David Raya in this matchup against Newcastle, and I'm like, oh, David Raya still got these mistakes in it. And then I looked at Kepa, composed, easy on the ball, in clear harmony with our defense. And Kepa isn't looking as, as such a bad player as we painted that transfer to be. Is actually a decent backup. But right now, I'm even thinking him and David Raya, mostly with the defense we have in that team, might be jostling for that position. And this is what I wanted in the first place. Competition for places. Fernandes said something. He says, when he was playing with Reims in French league, he was a mix of Giroud and Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Mel, Fernandes. I completely agree with you. But again, the Premiership, the EPL, is not the French league. I mean, Ekitike did not do more than what Lacazette did in the French League 1. It didn't come close to what Lacazette did. It didn't come close to what Olivier Giroud did for Montpellier. Let's get that, let's get that correctly. He didn't do what Lacazette did for Lyon. He did not do what Giroud did for Montpellier, in which Montpellier won the league when it was hot property at the time. He didn't do that. He was an explosive player, don't get me wrong, in Reims, but not Lacazette type, not Giroud type, not Kylian Mbappe type. Now imagine him coming to the Premiership where Lacazette flopped, where a player like Giroud had mixed reviews coming down to Arsenal. Let's be balanced in our argument, and let's look at it through a microscope, innit? I mean, Ekitike, I mean, it didn't do what this players did at the time, and they completely flopped here. Giroud is a mixed kind of, because when he went to Chelsea, he won a couple of trophies down there. He won a couple of FA Cups down here too at Arsenal too. So I mean, you can't really say Giroud was a flop, but he was just a decent player. But Ekitike never did what he did in the French League On. And that's a fact. And those players struggled in the English Premiership. Talking of Lacazette, and Giroud. So what are we talking about? But again, it doesn't still take away the quality of Ekitike. When he comes back, let's see what happens. Waffledon says, man like Rashid. Yeah, Rashid was here. AFC always, I'm glocked in. People. AFC always says it better. It says, I'm glocked in. Yes. See, yeah, I was having a chat with AFC always on my chat on the show, and he said something. We need someone to score goals for us. 20-25 goals. And you know what, AFC always, your dreams have come true. Not Mikel Arteta, Andre Beta has made your dreams come true. Eze.Gyokeres' hot property in the whole of Europe is down here with Arsenal. And we got him at an absolutely cheap price. And AFC always, I just want to know from you, yeah? I mean, just type it out there in the chat. Do you think that Eze.Gyokeres will be the highest goal scorer come next season with Arsenal Football Club? People, the matchup against Newcastle today, people, let's be fair in our criticism. Immediately, Max Dolman came into that game today. Oh, my days. That's one of the things here, people, that Arsenal have been missing. We miss a player who would dribble from the wings, who would dribble from the middle and just consume 1, 2, 3 players and get into certain positions. People, Max Dolman today against Newcastle, creating space, consuming space, attacking in space, opening pocket spaces, getting into those pocket spaces, completely bombing those open spaces. See, people, Max Dolman is the guy. Max Dolman is the guy. I mean, people, what Arsenal needs is just that guy who will cut in through the middle, open up defenses, completely blow midfields apart. And that's what Max Dolman is all about. He can completely orchestrate certain kind of people. What I saw Max Dolman do down there, yeah, let's be frank, Odegaard doesn't do that. Even if Odegaard had a good game today, people, you guys know how I whip Martin Odegaard all the time, but people, he had a decent game today. It's not all about Odegaard today. It's all about Max Dolman. I mean, getting into space, opening those spaces, opening pocket spaces, getting into them, attacking into them. I mean, it's one thing for a player to open up pocket spaces, drag players, from all areas to himself. But it's another thing getting into those pocket spaces and trying to shoot after coming out of those pocket spaces, attacking into those spaces. Max Dolman, what a player. And as you guys can see in the charts, AFC always have already said Max Dolman is generational. People, does anyone doubt that Max Dolman isn't generational? People, it's clear to see. You could see his quality. The qualities that, see, people, when you see quality, yeah, you don't doubt it. You just know it's quality. You just know this player is ready. He's ready. People, he's even more ready than Waneri. People, I'm seeing the readiness to take on players. And that's one thing I've not seen with Arsenal players. Yeah. Someone who would take a risk. someone who is ready to take a risk. Havertz is not ready to take a risk. It was awful, bro. He's awful. And that's why we went into the market to bring in the hottest property in the whole of European football and brought him to us in Eze.Gyokeres. And that's why I'm glocked in. I'm glocked in, people. I'm glocked in. Gyokeres all day. You could see the mess we had with Havertz. These players aren't ready to take on players. I mean, look at Martinelli. He's not ready to take on players. He's not ready to cut in with incisive dribbles. He's not ready. He can't position himself properly. I mean, look at Trossard completely clipped by Trippier. I mean, I saw Trippier. I mean, people, the old horse, Trippier, just having his way over a player like Trossard. I mean, it was shameful, people. I just saw Martinelli trying to dribble, and he just gave up. He gave up in the middle of his dribble. He just gave up. He just fell to the ground. People, Martinelli, he just fell to the ground and prayed for the ground to just open up and swallow him. People, that's what we get because we have clones as left wingers. We have clowns as left wing players. Clowns. Trossard, another clown we have. See, people, we have to call it what it is, people. I know people like Trossard. You want to dress him up. You want to love him. You want to sing praises of Martinelli. I know he still walks into your first 11. Yeah, people. But I'm not having it. It stinks. Players like Martinelli have done us more harm than good in this football club. And they need to be moved immediately. Even players like Gabriel Jesus, although I heard that Jesus will be moving back to Flamengo, his former football club. They're orchestrating a loan move with a vision to also create a buyout clause in that loan move also. So good luck to Gabriel Jesus. Never worked for Arsenal. Never should have been our number 9 in any way. I just thought Mikel Arteta brought him to this football club to be disgraced. That guy completely, I mean, every legacy that Gabriel Jesus had in Manchester City completely broken at Arsenal. He looks a broken player. Man can't even play 10 games straight. Bro, what am I talking about 10 games? Gabriel Jesus can't even play 5-6 games completely. In a row. Yeah, that's the legacy Mikel Arteta has left for a player like Gabriel Jesus, who shattered all ceilings playing as a team player in Manchester City. Yeah, and now he will be going, and he's one of our highest earners in this football club. I mean, I would love to see his back and just let him just sail into the sunset and go to Brazil and enjoy the money he's made out of Arsenal Football Club. But it's just sad to say. But see, people, Martinelli is one of those players. Look at AFCO. It says Martinelli like a speedboat with no driver. People, that's exactly what he is. A speedboat with no navigation. Bro, oh my days. He just runs. He doesn't know where he's running to. His head is always down. He doesn't look at where he's going to. I mean, and I'm saying, what is this? Why does Martinelli, why does he have to be in this team? It stinks. This is not what we deserve. We deserve something different. People, hence, Arsenal is discussing with Eze. People, is there any, those of you in the charts, people, do you have any, is there any concern about bringing in an Eze to come help us out in that left-hand side? Because for me, that is actually the missing piece to the jigsaw. Now that we've gotten Gyokeres into that number 9 slot, we just have to hope that Arsenal gets Eze to help us out in that left hand side. And from time to time, it could alternate with a player like Odegaard, and in fact, dispose Odegaard, because I think this season Odegaard will be exposed for what he is, which is just a decent player. He's nothing more than an average, decent player. He's nothing above that. And if you have a player like Eze, who will be coming into the football club to displace the clowns we have down there, in the left hand side. I'm talking of Trossard and Martinelli, who are complete clowns. But see, people, anyone who doesn't accept that Trossard and Martinelli are complete clowns and garbage that we have in this football club, just look at our matchup against Newcastle. Just look at it. This is a complete clowns we have down there. Yeah? In that left-hand side. We need Eze to come help us out in that left-hand side and alternate with Odegaard at times when Odegaard has lost his head. Because we all know that there are times where Martin Odegaard, hasn't really, last season, he struggled last season. I mean, in the matchup against Newcastle, got into the end of a couple of shots down there. Big ups to Winston Churchill. Of course, I'm not a political person down here, but my channel is of free speech, so anyone can put whatever they like, provided it's not an abusive stuff. A Palestinian can come here and put free Palestine. I don't care. An Israeli can come here and put free Israel. I don't care. I'm all up for free speech, so anyone can put whatever, provided you don't abuse and cause a nuisance, in the chat. So be it. Whatever anyone puts down there, no problem. Big ups to Winston Churchill anyway. See, people, yeah. I want us to review this Kepa signing from Chelsea, people, and I also want you guys to be participants in this discourse here. I saw Kepa in that game against AC Milan. He kind of like, he kept, there was a penalty he parried away. Today, in that game against Newcastle, I was amazed at what he brought to the table. His positional awareness as a player, since he's improved his game at Bournemouth, it's quite remarkable. Talking of Kepa. I saw his movement with the defense. He was moving with such precision and with such appreciation for the positional stance that our defense were at the time. And it was that fifth structure at the back. It was that fifth structure. It was that guy that would come and clean up the messes at times that Arsenal found in lapses within our back four. He came out to clear them all. There were no mistakes in his game. He cleared almost immediately when we were in danger. Kepa, there was a particular shot from Ashby, one guy from Newcastle. He played it straight at Kepa, but Kepa was so aware of that danger, and he just kept it all away. There was also a last gasp chance for Fabian Schär to just slot the ball into the net. Who was down there again? Kepa was down there. People, this has led me to say, right now, people, the signing of Kepa Arrizabalaga isn't such a bad signing as we Arsenal fans thought at first sight. Facts, people. it isn't as bad as we all thought. It wasn't at all. So, what do you guys think about it? AFC always says here, Rodrigo is the player to solve that left wing. I mean, I hear you, but AFC always, I don't think Arsenal haven't agreed a deal for Noni Madueke, who also plays down the right hand side, who is a very valuable cover in a way. Personally, if you ask me, is a valuable cover for Bukayo Saka when Saka is off his limits. He could come in there and do a job for us, but he's also a cover down that left hand side, and you can see what Mikel Arteta is trying to do there anyway. Because he likes all these multi-dimensional players. We did see Chelsea use him down that left-hand side a couple of times last season, and he helped open up their gameplay with Chelsea. So to just see Chelsea just let a player like Noni Madueke just go just like that in that way for someone who helped them out in that left-hand side, and they know it could also be a danger in the right-hand side. I mean, that's something huge. So, I mean, I'm not here to say Noni Madueke is a big signing. No. But all I'm saying is that he offers backup to Bukayo Saka, so I'm not really disturbed right now about that. Because we all know that Bukayo Saka isn't really a guy that backs down from a challenge, yeah? He's always that guy that wants to stand up, that always wants to come back quick from injuries and come back and slot in with the team and, and do what he has to do. But he would also play down the left-hand side too, So if we bring in an Eze who could also double up in that left-hand side and also be someone who could displace Martin Odegaard off the carpet, bring him down there to cut through the middle and open up defenses, get into pocket space. It's just the same thing that Max Dolman did today. People! Max Dolman! People. Arsenal lacks something. Apart from the missing piece to that jigsaw, that is Eze.Gyokeres, that we've already gotten right now, yeah? We need an incisive number 10 or an attacking midfielder that someone of the ilk of what we've had before. What's this guy's name that plays for Oviedo right now? We used to have him in the midfield. It was very tricky. The tricky magician is what we used to call him. What's his name? His name is off my head right now, but we used to have him. The trickery he always had. He could just bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players and just get into certain positions that would keep us firmly in a position to just score goals. Yeah, that's what Max Dolman did today. Completely outran that Newcastle midfield, encroach into the defense, completely open it up. And when you have a player who has that speed, who has that precision, who has that cutting edge in the 18-yard box, with the precision of Max Dolman today, mistakes happen in the 18-yard box. Mistakes happen. And that's why a player like Joe Linton would get into such situations and mess up. To be very, very sincere with you. So, Calafiori, my brother Waffle Don says Calafiori's crocked. Calafiori, we always knew that, beyond the season, we've always known that Calafiori is injury prone. Why that guy is in this football club, I don't know. Mikel Arteta just wasted 50 something million on that player. I mean, look at today, completely crocked today. Leaves a bad taste in your mouth anyway, but we just have to take it as one of those write-offs, that we usually have in Arsenal Football Club. I mean, if I see a club, yeah, that are willing to pay 20 million for Calafiore, I, you know, I, I would sell him. I would sell him in this transfer window because we already have the cover of Mosquera. Mind you, people, Mosquera, Spanish under 21 player, comes in from Valencia where he had 90 senior appearances as an under 21 player. People, imagine. Mosquera comes from Valencia, where he had 90 senior appearances for Valencia. He has Colombian ancestry. His parents are Colombians, but they came into Spain and lived in Spain, so he has Colombian blood in him. So he has South American blood in him, So he has that. He has that power. He has that grit. The powerful player, towering, such a towering player. People, did you see he's unveiling? That guy is 6 foot plus. He's strong, molded in a way of a monster. He's ready to engage players aerially and even on ground balls is a beast on ground balls. He likes tackling. He's a hard tackler of the ball. See, people, he usually plays with his right hand side. He's a brute with his right hand side, but he can also provide cover in that right back position that has been a problematic position for us. We did see Benjamin White down there today, had such a decent performance today, but you guys know that Benjamin White is always crocked most of the times, usually in seasons past. So at those times where he will be injured, we do have someone who is readily available to step into that position of Benjamin White. We all know that Timber has made that place his home, but we do know that, I mean, at the tail end of last season, where at the end of the season, when Timber was having an interview, he disclosed it to us that he was playing through injuries, through the rest of the season, past, the last season. So Mikel Arteta threw him into the Lions' den to get more injured. So when Timber, has got into certain positions where he's injured, a player like Mosquera, Spanish under 21 player, 6 foot plus, ready to play, can come in down there and suffice for a player like Benjamin White. So let's see. Let's see what my people are saying here. ASC always says Max Dolman had Joel Linton on toast. Exactly, man. I mean, the way he got in, the way he dribbled, his movement. And that's a player that dribbles with his head facing front. Yeah? With his head on the ball. He has a vision of where he's taking the ball to. But we have someone, a clown down there, in the right-hand side. It's completely lost. When he's dribbling, his head is down. I mean, Martinelli, what are you doing? What are you doing? See, people, we need to consider right now selling Martinelli or selling Trossard and bringing in Eze, someone who would just probe in, someone who would just open up pocket spaces and drive in opening them and attacking in those spaces. That's what Max Dolman did today. Completely opened up that Newcastle defense. And when you're in the Premier League, that's what you need. You need that extra bit of quality coming through the middle, cutting through the middle, get into the 18-yard box, completely cause a nuisance into and chaos in that 18-yard box, and open up the box, drag players in, and just allow other attacking assets to just poach the ball in. It's as simple as that. But people, yeah, there's also a very confusing thing that happened today. Let me look at what AFC always, it says Calafiori can get injured doing a photo shoot. I mean, I don't dispute that fact with you. AFC always. The Assembled says something. Calafiori should be sold now and avoid the whole issue of injury prone or not. That's it. That's it. December. That's it. That's it. People, Calafiori needs to be sold. I really think he should be sold. I mean, let's forget numbers. We already have numbers. Yeah, we already have numbers. Mosquera is a number. He's ready to play. We can sell Calafiore. There's no need of him. He's injury prone. Let's clear that wage bill, and that wage could be able to, accommodate someone like a Rodrigo, where we need more attacking, more attacking ideas in the team. His wages could go towards that. So why keep a crocked player in this team at the start of the season, yeah, who was just gotten himself injured in a game against Newcastle? So what happens when he faces teams like Leeds, teams like Sunderland? I mean, these teams that thrive in breaking legs and shattering bones of players. I mean, people were setting ourselves up for a disaster, for chaos at the start of the season if we have crocked players like Calafiore. Just run wild in this Arsenal team for nothing, because we know it will be all for nothing, because he'll continue to be injured. He just played against a Newcastle team that would just brush you off the shoulder. And again, I never saw a big tackle on Calafiore today. So imagine the mildness of the game today. Imagine there were a couple of tackles that were had today, but just imagine that there weren't tackles flying here and there all the time, yeah, in today's game. Imagine we play against Sunderland and we have Calafiori down there. They're going to condemn his legs. So, I support for us to, there's that big support for us to sell off Calafiori right now. Ooh, Dante is here. My brother is here, Dante. Dante, I'm going to see you next week. My vacation will end by then, and I'll come back to my cocoon. And then, we're going to slug it out. I heard you waxing lyrical about Gyökeres in the last show. I saw the new guy down there, trying to clip the wings of the whole sarcasm TV and Manchester United fans. But I'll be back there, and we'll do the deal. We'll tell these people that we're glocked in. Don't see. Are you glocked in? Because see, brother, I'm glocked in. I'm glocked in. I'm ready. See, people. One of the things, that I saw with Gyökeres, his passion. People, don't throw away the passion that this guy has got coming into a new football club. People, when was the last time you saw a player pay for his own tickets to actually come down for his medical? When was the last time you saw a player actually forfeit 2 million of his own money to come to a football club? When was the last time you saw a player you guys know how greedy agents are in football. People, you don't need to say, oh, it's Tony Claude saying this. You just need to look, just go by history of what goes on with his agents, yeah? Tell his agent, waive your fees, allow this transfer go. People, it's been long I've seen such happen. This manager, Mikel Arteta, I don't know why we see someone who wants to come and play. And in his own words, he boasted. He said, I can't wait to score in Arsenal colours, people. Arsenal fans. A player telling you to your face, I can't wait to score in Arsenal colours. And he boasted about it. People, Victor Gyökeres, I'm all in. I'm glocked in. And I pity Manchester City, people. I pity Manchester United. I pity Manchester United. what we're gonna do to them, people. I'm sorry. What we're gonna massacre Manchester United. It's gonna be like a clown show. Yeah, there'll be clowns laughing around, and all that good stuff. Um, Manchester United will put on a leash if we unleash Glock 9 on these people. If we unleash Max Dolman on these people. I don't know if Max Dolman can play in the Premiership, but people, man, with what I saw about Max Dolman today, he's ready. And I keep saying, he's more ready. He's more ready than Waneri. He's more ready. See, what we Arsenal fans lack, mostly in our team that we ought to know, Arsenal fans, we lack that player who is so incisive in his dribbling that can cut in through the middle, attract players to himself, open up pocket spaces, and allow other players to just thrive. I mean, I saw a player like Kai Havertz struggle today. He struggled because there's no initiative. He doesn't just have it. He's not the guy. He doesn't have it. Yeah? I saw a player like Martinelli. See, these guys don't have it. They don't have it. It's not in them. Trossard, another stinker. Yeah? When you see a dangerous player, a dangerous man move, that's what Max Dolman showed up to the plate to do. Big ups to Surofel. Big ups to you, man. Surofel, what did you think about Arsenal's matchup today? Big ups, Dunty. It says Martinelli is trash, Dunty. People, you just need to look. You just need to look at a 15-year-old and what he gave to the team today. That's what you need to look into. His positional awareness, his intention, what he wanted to do. That's what you should key into. It's been so long I've seen a player cut through the middle and open up the complete. People, did you see what Max Dolman did? Bro, people, from midfield, he dribbled, took on players. He's ready to get into dangerous positions. He's ready to get into spaces and attack in those spaces. He's not looking on passing the ball. He's looking on thriving in those spaces. He's opening. He's opening up spaces and thriving in those spaces and attacking in those spaces. People, it took a couple of snapshots. I mean, there was a shot where he dribbled 1, 2, 3 players from the midfield and just took a snapshot. How about we having players that are more dangerous in such situations? I don't see them. I completely don't see them. Big up to Surofel, man. I really appreciate you coming down to the show, my brother. Dante's down here. He says, Surofel, big up, brother. Surofel says, Martinelli has been stinking up all my days, people. Big up. See, people, Surofel gets up, yeah? When people state facts on my channel, this is what I like. To Surofel, man. People, just read this, yeah? Martinelli has been stinking up the gaff. People, I saw Martinelli today against a hold horse like Trippier, yeah? Couldn't get past Trippier. He couldn't even dribble. He's not looking at where he's going to. Positional awareness, none. The vision to actually take on players. When you see the attitude, yeah, it's a battle of attitudes. It's a battle of opposites, yeah. You see Max Dolman, you see his vision, you see where he's trying to go, you see what he's trying to do. You know he's going for those spaces. You know he's trying to take 1 or 2 players to open up space. You know that's what he's going to do. You know he wants to get into dangerous situations. You know he wants to get into enemy lines. You know he wants to get into the 18-yard box. You know he wants to dribble. You know he wants to open up spaces for Arsenal attacking Arsenal to just go and get the goal in. You know that's what he wants to do. People, when you see Martinelli, when you see Trossard wanting or intending to take on players, do you see intensity? Do you see intention? Do you see vision? Is that what you see? I don't see any of those. I'm sorry, I don't see it. And see people, yeah, because many Arsenal fans, yeah, people, we are attached to players. We attach to the managers. And people, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not necessarily a bad thing for you to have such like a cult like liking for people, or cult like liking for players, but it comes with its dangers because you're blind to see reality when it stares you right in the face. People are blind right now to call Martinelli what he is, a flop. People are afraid to look at Mikel Arteta and say, manager, I'm sorry, you flopped. You flopped. Get it right. People are not ready because of their likeness and certain inclination towards a figure. It comes with its default. It comes with its disadvantages. I'm not saying having caught like heroes is bad, because I had caught like heroes. Thierry was a hero of mine. Beckham was a hero of mine. I loved these people with passion. But again, passion has to be give and take, innit? I mean, there has to be a reason why I should like you. There has to be a reason why I should love how you play. There has to be a reason why I should take you as a cult hero, because you're giving me what I want as a fan, which is goals, which is assists, which is helping out the team, which is winning me trophies. And I got all of them from Beckham, a hero of mine, and Thierry, who's another hero of mine. So what are we talking about here? If Martinelli is a hero of yours, is he giving you hero-like stuff? No. He's stinking the place up. When you look at Trossard, that couldn't get past Trippier today, completely bamboozled. See, people, yeah, what a stinker from Trossard. Yeah, people, see, man, we need Eze down that left-hand side, people. No more pretense. We need Eze down there, and then Eze could also alternate and displace Odegaard. I mean, in some cases, people, because and again, if Mikel Arteta is technically aware, could just bring in an Eze, you know, maybe sell off a Trossard. As far as I'm concerned, he does nothing down there. I mean, every player we have down there in that left-hand side are clowns, people. These are clowns. They're clowns. They're just clowns and jesters running about that left-hand side. Every encroachment in that game against Newcastle today came from Max Dolman's side, came from Bukayo Saka's side. That's the area, the right-hand side. Even Odegaard feels more comfortable going down that right-hand side. What I need is a number 10 who's willing to swavel and dribble and move in and out and alternate between the left-hand side and the right-hand side at the same time. That's what a typical number 10 should be doing in the 21st century. But we have Odegaard, who is more situated down that right-hand side. He doesn't want to connect himself or concern himself in that left-hand side. And that's why we keep on underperforming in that left-hand side. Hence, we need Eze to complete the jigsaw in that Arsenal team, people. Are we blind to see? Eze is that missing piece that would suddenly complete that jigsaw, and we don't even have to care if Mikel Arteta is down there with the tactics or not. You just have to show up on a Saturday, put the players in the right places and let them play and let them win. People, don't tell me. Yeah, I've seen teams like AC Milan, when they're dominating Europe, they just put in the players down there. It's all gone. I've seen other teams that have assembled super players like FC Barcelona in their heydays. They just assemble players, a team of hard hitters and super soldiers like Messi, Xavi, and the rest of them. They don't need a coach. Just show up and win. Now, Arsenal is assembling sort of this super player kind of a thing, yeah? We have Gyökeres in attack. We have Zubimendi down there in the middle of the park down there. We have Declan Rice. See, we're assembling super players, and I appreciate that, yeah? If we have Eze, we've completed that jigsaw of super players in our team because we have an elite defense. That wasn't even really the problem. Arsenal has been the best defensive side 2 seasons in a row, probably maybe 3 seasons in a row, if you go by the numbers. Goalkeeping isn't really a big problem for Arsenal because we have a two-time Golden Glove winner back-to-back in David Raya. Suddenly, that Kepa signing from Chelsea isn't really looking bad when you're looking at the performances of Kepa, isn't it? So good. There'll be that competitive edge for David Raya this season. People, I even think Kepa is even better and more suited for that position than David Raya, but that's a whole bigger topic. We'll leave that for another day. Our backline is good. With the midfield of Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard, I don't sense a bigger problem down there. Where we have an issue is that left-hand side. Eze completes that piece, makes this Arsenal team an assembled a team of super players. Gyokeres, Eze, oh my days. Zubimendi, oh my God. Bukayo Saka down the right-hand side. Oh my God. Miles Lewis, scary people. And when we need those goals from set pieces, we have a set piece monster in Gabriel Magalhaes. People, things can happen this season, yeah? We don't even have to care about the manager. Kroenke, just complete the super players we're trying to assemble. And we don't even need Mikel Arteta. He just needs to just put the names of these players every Saturday, every Sunday, or every midweek and let them go do their jobs. That's why you need experienced players. That's why you need super players who will come in. You don't even need to coach them. People, Shevchenko doesn't used to be coached in AC Milan. They just show up and then they win. Messi doesn't used to be coached by Pep Guardiola. He just shows up, they win the top pro people. They win. So let's don't extricate that fact that when you have super players playing in your team, you can actually go all the way and win. If we complete this set of super players that we're trying to bring into the football club, suddenly our standards will become more higher. Suddenly we would see that Mikel Arteta hasn't won everything that we need to win. We just need to get into winning ways, win a couple of trophies, and then Mikel Arteta will be exposed because he's not going to be doing enough. And then there'll be that standard we brought back. Oh, okay. If we win the Carling Cup this season, yeah, okay, good. We have to win the FA Cup. In fact, this team is more suited to actually win everything. And Mikel Arteta isn't winning everything. The owners will understand that, hey, we've assembled a cluster of super players. We've assembled a super team, and you've not won. You have to pay the price. You have to resign because they've done everything that every world-class manager would need to win the league. We have the hottest property in Europe in Victor Gyokeres, number 9. If we bring in an Eze, one of the best left wingers, how about that? Bukayo Saka, simply one of the best. How about that? Zubimendi, hot property. Declan Rice, I put him at that level of Vitinha on a good day. What are we talking about? We have the best defense. Arsenal is assembling a crop of super players. And this would actually negate Mikel Arteta because he can't totally, lord over the super players. There will be revolt. And when there's revolt, when he's not winning trophies, the owners will be forced to actually bring in a new manager because he would be underachieving if he doesn't win the Premier League this season. The owners would know because they've invested in the team and they've done good investment. What I would have been okay with this in this summer transfer window, Arsenal have done it. It's just one more and they've surpassed what I thought they would do. They've brought in what I wanted for us was to bring in a decent goalkeeper to fight it out with David Raya for that position. They've brought in Kepa. And I think Kepa would bring that much needed competitiveness to that goalkeeping position. Yeah, people. They've brought in the hottest property in Europe in Eze.Gyokeres. He's the guy. He's the one. And they brought that guy. The only player missing, all these other guys they're just bringing, they're just wasting money. Yeah, mind you, they've also brought in a backup defender in Mosquera, Christian Mosquera, Spanish under 21, played 90 senior games for Valencia, 6 foot plus, is ready to play. Is a brute, is ready, is a beast. Aerially, it's something else. It could score goals from set pieces. Is a dangerous player. And he moves the ball not even like a defender, more like a midfielder. He's a very, very, very technical player also. He plays in multi-dimensional roles. You could actually extricate him from that right-footed centre-back and just tuck him into that right-back position. He could play that. He could also, figure in that left-hand side as a left centre-back. So, I mean, he could play all across, at least in important kind of formations defensively. That's what Christian Mosquera can do. So, I mean, it's in his wheelhouse too, and he's a tall player, a brute. People he can tackle. That's what we have in our hands right now in Christian Mosquera. So you could just see our defense is totally sorted out with Kepa to put our number one in check. Only thing remaining is this left wing. Arsenal go, of course, with the reports going in, is that Arsenal have agreed a certain amount of money to go to Crystal Palace, but that deal is still being tied up. So if we get that, we've already assembled a super team. Mikel Arteta, just put them in the positions. I mean, don't start allowing Eze go playing right back, or don't allow Eze to go down to the defense. Don't play Gyokeres in left centre mid. Just slot in the players. You brought in a striker, put them to strike. Yeah, you brought a left winger in Eze, put him to left wing, but put Bukayo Saka down there to right wing. Put the players in their positions. That's all he needs to do. And every day, week in, week out, we can win. And again, people, yeah, I was clamoring about why we haven't signed a backup for Bukayo Saka. But, I've just really found out what I was really angry about when we signed Noni Madueke. I've searched within myself, why I was so angry about that signing. And I've come to the conclusion that Noni Madueke isn't the shittiest of players per se. I was just so angry that he was coming from Chelsea Football Club, because I really had to just go back and just revisit. Why was I so angry with that signing? Surfer said something. He says, Wotong, Soup, yes, he can beat defenders in mid to low blocks. Martinelli is only dangerous in... Bro, Surufel, even in transitions, Martinelli isn't the guy. Even in transitions, he isn't the guy. He has no finished product, no end product, nothing. I mean, when you're in transitions, yeah, I mean, of course, fast, you should be fast, precise, everything, yeah, good. What is the need of running in transition, yeah, and going to the corner flag? No, you have to keep your head up for that vision and kind of like just scan the area, yeah, navigate the area, look for who is in position, and then you go, bro, he can't even pass. Martinelli can't even pass. So how is that even helping us in transitions? So as you see it right now, we need to sell either him or Trossard and get in someone who can do the job. It's simple as that. I'm tired of people still, maintaining this. Oh, Martinelli can still do a job. People, he can't do a job. Well, he has been exposed in the league. Times without number. Exposed all the time. People, There's no dressing about this. There's no petting about this. Martinelli and Trossard. Probably let's have one of them stay. Either Trossard or Martinelli stay, but one should go. And Eze should come in and help us out in that left-hand side. How about that? We need help in that left-hand. People, doesn't it anger you, yeah, that all our attacks as an Arsenal team, all our build-up is coming up from that right-hand side? It's not healthy enough, because when we meet superior players who know how to outmark teams in possession, who know how to keep a low block, they just have to just go out and just crash out on Bukayo Saka. They just have to just go out and just cripple Martin Odegaard. And it's over. It's over. Anything we got going on in the right-hand side, it's off. It's finished. We have nothing going for us. And if they want to throw in an extra spice in it, just lock up Jurgen Timber. And that right-hand side is totally damaged. So that's what we're talking about. We need to diversify our play. And we can't we can't just keep letting the clowns run the show in the left-hand side. We need to let fresh blood, yeah? We need to let experienced Premier League proven players come into that left-hand flank and give us something different. So while Bukayo Saka is doing his best from the right-hand side, while Martin Odegaard is leaning towards that right-hand side, we have assets who are really ready to just get into that left-hand side and conjure magic. How about that? So let's go into this chart. William David, big up to you, man. He says, Eze.Gyokeres said hi. Yeah, big up to you, Williams David. How are you doing? One tongue said, yep. This is why he always has his head down. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because of his lack of technical ability. He has to keep his eye on the ball to control. Oh, my days, man. People know ball. People like you know ball, one tongue soup. People like you know ball. You know ball. But, I mean, why would we have a clown down that right-hand side, yeah, who only keeps his head down? You need to have a vision. You need to see where you're going to. You need to scan the area. You need to know, I mean, who's opening up down that right-hand side? Who's opening up down the flanks? Who's opening up, near post? Where can I get the ball into? Martinelli can't do that because he's always keeping his head down while rolling with the ball. It's not sustainable. We can't keep doing this. We need professional super soldiers to come and help us down that down that left-hand side. How about that? Cyril says that's why we need Rodrigo and Eze. I completely agree with you, Cyril. Completely agree with you. 100% one tongue soup. Don C, my brother, says we should swap Martinelli for Eze and go for Rodrigo. But I mean, these two players, yeah, it's all that is needed for us to complete that jigsaw. These are just the missing pieces. Eze, Rodrigo, these two. It's all. If we conclude any deal for these players, just these two, Eze. Personally, I'm okay with Eze because Rodrigo will have to come down here, yeah, people. But this is where I differ with most Arsenal fans. I'm a realist. I don't think Rodrigo will come here and just start cooking. I think it needs time to acclimatize to this league. People, the English league, it's not jokes. I mean, look at many players have come even from the Spanish La Liga and literally come here and they've struggled. To be very sincere with you, how many Real Madrid midfielders have we taken over the years and they've actually come here and they've not really, they've not really gotten the grip tight, in the English league. Martinelli is still finding his way. Mesut Ozil, who tore up the Spanish La Liga, I mean, it didn't really tear shit up when it came to Arsenal, innit? But see, this league it's one of the. I'm not saying it's totally the best in the world. Yeah, I mean, we do have our concessions as to which league is the best in the world, but it, it's a very difficult league to prove yourself in. You know. So Rodrigo will have to come down here and prove himself. But with Eze, we don't need any proof. The proof is in the pudding. He just has to come down here, do his little thing down here, and you know, he's off. That's what I want. I don't need pretenders. I need players who are ready, battle ready today, who are ready to play. You know, but Rodrigo, you have to come down here, understand English, harmonize with the players, learn how to play with the players, and you also have to deal with the, you know, with Mikel Arteta's hard stance also. You know, all these things, yeah, it affects players, and most fans don't really get a grip of everything. You know that foreign players who come down to the league would have to deal with when they're playing for a new club in a new place where the weather is damp. I mean, Rodrigo will be leaving a country where, you know, the skies are sunny, the scorching heat and the sun in Real Madrid, and the luxury that they have in Real Madrid, where even during the build up, you know, during the build up in play, they have efficient players who would necessarily build up play to you and for you, rather than at Arsenal where you have to get stuck into challenges, get stuck in, you know, to be able to get anything going on for you. You know, you don't have that apparatus that Real Madrid has got. You know, you need to be yourself. You need to do more. You know. So the demands of this league might drive Rodrigo crazy, but it won't be the same for Eze. He would just come in here and do his thing. So that's why I'm still, you know, looking at this Eze Rodrigo thing. But personally, I want Eze immediately hit the ground running. Surafel says the league wasn't ready for out attacking capabilities. Martinelli looked good because every other team felt like they could attack Arsenal. We countered a ton. Martinelli prospered. Exactly, man. Exactly. We've seen low blocks almost every game the past 2 seasons. Yeah, exactly. So Surafel, definitely what we need is someone who could break low blocks, because Arsenal lost. If you consider the draws we've had, yeah, I mean, they felt like losses, and that's because certain teams, yeah, just decided to keep a low block and punish us and the counter attack and caught Arsenal, you know, unawares. And that has always been Arsenal's problems. How to break low blocks. Do we have players who could actually look the ball up top efficiently, and do we have an efficient striker who will get at the end of looked up balls to bypass midfields that are tightly knit and tightly blocked to actually stifle Arsenal's offensive onslaught? And again, you know, extreme low block teams, yeah, that come to play against Arsenal, that cost us so many draws last season, yeah, that Arsenal lacked super soldiers, attacking midfielders who would be able to just dribble their way through, just wriggle their way through, just find a way and open up spaces, just the way that Max Dolman was doing today. Open up spaces, driving those spaces, attacking those spaces. That's what you do. The people that sense danger in every situation. That's what Max Dolman did today that I liked. Sniff those positions, get in, stick. I mean, open up those low blocks. We don't have it, and that's why I keep saying we We deserve an Eze in this team. We need to keep and develop Max Dolman in this team. We need them to cut through the middle and open up this low block teams. That's what we need to do. And but big ups to these people. Oh, I'm so happy about the charts today. Fair take, Surafel says. Duncy says, 2 more players will be perfect, but if we get 3, I will be so confident this season. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, right now, we're just a left winger away from my confidence. Like, total confidence. Like, where I will go into streams, yeah, and tell other opposing fans, you're nothing. You're completely garbage. Yeah, I'm going for the kill. I'm going for the win. We're only a left winger away, and it's all done. A left winger. If we get Eze, people, I mean, all these podcasts are not going to contain me because, bro, they're going to hear it. They're going to hear it because if I have Eze causing chaos down that left-hand side, if I have Eze.Gyokeres, Glock 9, people, I'm Glock 10 already. If I have Glock 9 in that 18-yard box causing problems, yeah, and I have Bukayo Saka drifting in from that right wing area, yeah, and Zubimendi is protecting my back four, Declan Rice is drifting in and about in that number 8 position. People, you do know that Declan Rice is not just a defensive midfielder. He can encroach and break through spaces and open a play. You know, he could go into the opposing area. He's good aerially also. He's tall, he's fit enough. He can bamboozle and out-muzzle players. He can score goals too. In set pieces, he's also a king too. People, we're assembling a super team. Let's complete the super team in Eze and Rodrigo. And let's see. We're just for me, we're 2 players away from having a complete super team. Yeah, that we don't even have to care about the tactics of Mikel Arteta, because even when you get these players in, you also have to worry about Mikel Arteta and what he would do, because it could also make or mar our season. But there's a certain way you're gonna just accumulate this set of super soldiers. There's a certain way you're gonna accumulate this set of super team, yeah, that Mikel Arteta would be made redundant. He only just have to oversee the team of super players and allow them cook, and then we win games and win the league. Yeah, we can do that by bringing in a Rodrigo and an Eze. Finished. That threat from Mikel Arteta would completely be nullified, because it would be nullified. He would have to put Gyökeres in his number 9 position. He would have to play either Eze or Rodrigo in that left wing, and maybe tuck Eze in more centrally, where he could actually kind of like, exploit spaces and open up pockets for other players. And again, Eze, he drags players to himself. He's like a magnet when he's moving with that poison, with that, with that shuffle duffle. He just drags players in. He opens up spaces. People, Eze is the key. Eze is the key. Eze is the key now. It's good and okay that we have a poacher, but you need someone who would open up play like Max Dolman. I don't mind Max Dolman coming from the bench, because he's someone that you don't have to throw to the wolves like that. He needs proper development. If you bring him from the bench, good and okay. But if you have a player that's ready, like an Eze, what else do you need? Grandiose Beast says, it says London is blue, London is blue, London is blue. Okay, my brother, it's all good. London, Chelsea, not Arsenal. London is Chelsea, because 2 champions of Europe. I completely get you. You're within your rights, my brother, man. Surofer says, just because you say it over and over again, it doesn't make it true. Well, Surofer, man, sometimes you just have to be, you just have to be real. and in my channel, I'm a real person. I mean, you just have to give it to Chelsea. I mean, just look at them. I mean, there's a big difference. Look at them and look at us. In terms of trophies, they've outsmarted us. Even in business, they've messed us up. They've disgraced us. We keep funneling cash to these people. Why they give us their throw ups and their vomit? You know, while the assembling a team to go win the Club World Cup. While we're just scraping the floors and being beaten in finals and being you know I'm being left for dead, chasing shadows in the Premier League. I mean, you just have to give it to them. I mean, you just have to leave him alone and, let him do his thing because it's correct. London is blue. I mean, they have to come to a point where you just have to. I won't agree these things, yeah, when I'm on enemy lines and I'm battling with them. But there comes a time where you just have to just say the truth, man. Say the truth. We've not won we've not won enough trophies in the last century. I mean, we've not. Sorry, in the last decade. Sorry, we've not won enough at all. At all. We've not even gotten close. No Premiership title. These guys have Premiership titles. These guys have Champions League. Arsenal doesn't. We haven't won it. Yeah. So it's true what he's saying. London is indeed blue. At this point, if you wanna, if you want to be truthful, if you want to be real, that's the fact. But you never know. Arsenal, this could be our year. How about that? So Surfer says, where was Chelsea's last victory against Arsenal? I mean, I hear you, but okay. We beat them up in the league and everything. World Club Cup. I mean, they've got Champions League. I mean, Surfer, that's a fight. You don't want to pick, innit? Sometimes you just want to allow them, just want to allow them go. Just want to allow them. I mean, take it. They've won the Champions League, take it. They've won enough premierships, titles, good. Let them take it. They've won the Europa League, we haven't. They won the FIFA World Club Cup, they have it. So we haven't gotten to that stage. So, we don't have any right to actually counter them. But still on still anyway. Recovery Life to you, Recovery Life. He says, Dolman is a bowler. Reminds me of young Wilshere. Yeah, of course. Big up to you, Recovery Life, man. Big up to you. The Assembly says, question. It says, who do you think would be the right man to manage this squad apart from Blunderman? See, the Assembled, yeah? I mean, to be very sincere with you, man, there's no even need talking about that. This man he's not going anywhere. He's not. This man has actually failed for how many seasons now? And the owners are still blessing him with a further £200 million spent in this transfer window. I mean, they assembled that. Are you seeing the pattern? He's getting them Champions League and they're okay with it. He's not going anywhere. There's a fog in our eyes. Throw that fog away. He just needs to get Champions League. Okay, let's do it this way. They assembled. Mikel Arteta doesn't need to win the league for him to be at a football club. Does that make sense to you? Yeah? He's won no trophy this past season. Yes, he went to the semi-final of the Champions League, which is good per se, yeah. But we've won no trophy. There's nothing to show for it apart from Champions League qualification. Good. But this same owners, instead of asking for his resignation, the owners are still saying, you know what, Arteta, take more 200 to what you've already spent on this team 5 years rolling. They've given him more money. Deassemble. There have to come a time where you have to say, you know what, yeah, he's going nowhere. You have to leave. You have to leave with that. You have to internalize it. Mikel Arteta is going nowhere. If you want him out, well, you want him out. But are the owners willing to let him? The answer is no. They want him. Bro, they're reinvesting in its failures. People, they're giving him more money. Arsenal have spent £199 million. Does this make sense to you? If an owner says, okay, I don't trust this manager, I'm not going to spend even up to 20 million. You know that. You know this. Okay, I might just give him maybe 50 million just to support him. You know, bro, they're breaking the bank for the manager. Another £199 million spent. Who spent 200 million in the summer transfer window over a manager who previously spent over 750 million pounds over 5 years, yeah, has not won a major trophy for you, but has qualified you for the Champions League for like about 3 years running, yeah? He's qualified them for the Champions League, yeah? Entering the 4th year, you know, getting to the Champions League again. And they're reinvesting in him with 200 million pounds, which could also even lead to nearly 300 million pounds this season, because Arsenal haven't stopped the spending. If we reinvest more money in bringing in Eze, that would be nearly up to 270 million pounds spent by the Cronkies on this manager. They're rewarding him. The assembled. It's not what you think. They are rewarding him for going to the Champions League. Does this make sense with you? So the question isn't who is gonna replace this manager, because that question isn't gonna be there. It's about, can this manager win the league? That is the question, because he's going nowhere. If he's going somewhere, they won't reinvest in this way. They're building another project for him. See, people, he's had his first project packed up, but they're building another project for him. It means they have 100% confidence in this manager to take Arsenal to the promised land. So why me and you here wishing that the manager should go? The manager stays, because the owners have just backed him with 200 million pounds, and it'll be more when we bring in Eze. Which owner would give someone who is going to sack? Yeah, I mean, if you're not Chelsea Football Club, yeah, or if you're not Real Madrid, yeah, and embellish him more with 200 million pounds to embellish what he's done already. 200 million more pounds. He's going nowhere. So we're stuck with Mikel Arteta. Let's get it in our heads. It's here to stay. Nothing is moving him away. He's here to stay. Yeah, we can add pressure. But people, you can't invest, even in your private business. You can't invest 200 million pounds on a manager who will be sacked by you. You wouldn't. But again, people, yeah. Sophie said, if we win a UCL, there wouldn't be an argument. Yeah, definitely. There wouldn't be an argument. Sure. I completely get that. And that's why I'm saying, if Mikel Arteta can't get us over the line with his tactics or with his managerial skills, yeah, we can as well just get super players that can get us over the line. I believe it that we can get super players over the line. So those super players would actually protect his gaffes, as in would actually paper up the cracks in the manager. And then the pressure after winning a couple of trophies, it will now be on the manager. The pressure will now be on him. And then the owners will say, you know what, yeah, these super players have just maybe won the league, but we can actually win the Champions League. You know, we need something new. Then the pressure will be on the owners to bring in a befitting manager to manage their super squad. Because whether you like it or not, Arsenal is assembling a team of super soldiers. That's what we're building right now. With Gyökeres down here, if we bring in Eze, if we already still keep Odegaard and probably maybe keep Saka also, and we have Zubimendi down there and Declan Rice, it's a team of super soldiers. Saliba and Gabriel down there, it's a team of super soldiers. If we keep them, just maybe, just maybe, they can get us over the line, and the pressure would now be on Mikel Arteta to deliver the big one. It's either you deliver the big one, or bigger pressure would be on you if you don't win the big one. And then, you know, maybe clearly at that time, the owners will understand what they really have. Don T says something. Overall, we have more trophies than them. They just have a better recent trophy haul. Lads, got to go. Tony, great stream as usual. Yeah, big up to you, Don T, man. Big up, so I'll catch you soon, yeah? And that overall, we have more trophies. Don T, yes, we have more trophies than them, but you know what this young fan base is looking at? Who won more recently? You know, who won more recently? You can't tell someone who is 25 years old right now that Arsenal is a more successful team than Chelsea. They would laugh you off the park because they've seen their team win trophies upon trophies upon trophies, while Arsenal, I mean, we've been dilly-dallying. You know, probably a couple of FA Cups, yeah, I hear you, but we are where we are, innit? They've under a 18-year haul, they've been able to win the Champions League twice. You know, they've won a couple of Premier League titles. They've won the Club World Cup. They've won the Europa League. I mean, they are what they are. But see, people, next week I'll be back. Today, I just said, let me just give you 2 hours of non-stop action, yeah, people. So I'll catch you guys next week when I'm back from my vacation. I'll catch you guys soon, yeah. Peace, people. Peace. Peace.